Everyone, today I will show you on how to solve domain, range, contour level, and 3D graph of a function given. So let's take a look on the first question. This is the question given. Function at xy is equal to 1 minus square root of x squared plus y squared. So first step, we have to find the domain. The domain is actually finding out the value of x and y. That means we have to find out whether x and y got any limitation or not. So x and y. So we know that square root 0 or positive number value will give you a value, a valid value. Sorry. So because x and y is already squared, have a square there, so that means that if the x and y is a negative value, when we square it, it will give us a positive value. So positive value plus a positive value will always give us the positive value. So if square root the positive value will give us a valid value. So we can conclude that x is actually any real number and y is actually any real number. So next, range. Range actually is find out the answer after we substitute the value x and y. What is the value that gives us? So z is less than or equal to 1. Why? Because when we substitute x and y as 0, it will give us 1 minus 0. So the number will be 1. But how come it has a less than or equal to 1? So let x equal to 1, y equal to 1. So 1 squared plus 1 squared will give us 2. So if square root 2, the number will be square root 2. Okay, if we key in the calculator, it will give a decimal value. So 1 minus square root 2, it will give us a negative value. So that means that any of x and y value will give us less than 1. So after we find out the domain and range, we can find out the contour level. Alright, after we found the domain and range, next we have to find out the contour level of this function. So the question given that let x equal to 0, negative 1 and negative 2. So actually we can let function of x and y equal to z. So first thing, we have to find out the value of x and y if the z is given a value. So first, the z is equal to 0. So we substitute z equal to 0 into this function. We will get 0 equal to 1 minus square root of x squared plus y squared. So we arrange it, we will get square root x squared y squared equal to 1. So we get x squared plus y squared equal to 1 squared actually. So x squared plus y squared equal to 1. So how we gonna to find out the value of x and y? So first thing, we can let when x equal to 0, it will give us y squared equal to 1. After we found the domain and range of this function, let us find out the contour level of this function when z equal to 0, negative 1 and negative 2. So first thing, we know that we can let fx y equal to z. So when z equal to 0, we substitute this value into this function, we will get 0 equal to 1 minus square root of x squared plus y squared. So we rearrange it, x squared plus y squared equal to 1. So get rid of this square root, we will get x squared plus y squared equal to 1 squared. So we have to find the value of x and y. So when the x equal to 0, we let x equal to 0, y will be equal to 1 squared, y squared equal to 1, y will be equal to plus or minus 1. So same thing, we let y equal to 0, x squared equal to 1, x will be equal to plus or minus 1. So after we find out the value of x and y when z is 0, so next we find the z is equal to -1. So same thing, substitute the value into this function, we will get -1 equal to 1 minus square root x squared plus y squared. So rearrange it, we will get square root x squared y squared equal to 2. So get rid of the square root, x squared plus y squared equal to 2 squared. So x squared plus y squared equal to 4. Same thing, let x equal to 0, y squared will be equal to 4. So y will be equal to plus or minus 2. So after we let the x equal to 0, same thing, let y equal to 0. So y equal to 0, we left out x squared equal to 4. So x will be equal to plus minus 2. When z equal to -2, substitute this value into this function, we will get -2, 1 minus square root x squared plus y squared. Rearrange it, x squared plus y squared equal to 3. So get rid of square root, x squared plus y squared, 3 squared. X squared plus y squared equal to 9. Alright, same thing, let x equal to 0. So left out y squared equal to 9. So y will be equal to plus minus 3. Let y equal to 0. X squared will be equal to 9. X will be plus or minus 3. So after we find out the 3 value x and y for 3 value z, we can draw the contour level of the function. So from the previous one, when z equal to 0, x equal to plus or minus 1, y equal to plus or minus 1, z equal to -1, x is equal to plus or minus 2, y equal to plus or minus 2. Same thing, z equal to -2, x plus minus 3, y equal to plus minus 3. So we draw the 2-dimensional graph. So this one is 0, x and y. So we label all these value first. So first level z equal to 0, x is equal to 1, y is equal to -1. Same thing goes to y. So we connect all these points. After this, second level, when x equal to z equal to -1, x and y will be plus or minus 2. So -2, 2, -2, 2. Same thing, connect all these points. Alright, for the final level, z equal to -2, x and y is equal to plus or minus 3. So 3, -3, -3, and 3. So same thing, connect all the points. So to more okay, after we draw all the points and draw the line, we state the level, the value of each level. So from this point, z equal to -2, this is z equal to -1, and z is equal to 0. So this is the counter level of this function. After we have found the domain, range, and counter level, the next we will draw the 3D graph of this function. So from this function, we can know that this function, the 3D graph, is a cone. So remember that the range is z less than or equal to 1. That means that the cone is less than 1 from the z-axis. Draw the axis. So point 1 as on z-axis, because the range already told us that this function is less than 1, the answer given. So it is a cone. So just now we have found that the value of x and y and z in the counter level. So when z is equal to 0, y is equal to 1 and -1. When z equal to 0. When z equal to -1, the y is equal to -2, 2, 2. The next, when z equal to -2, the y value will have -3 and 3. Same goes to the x-axis, because the x and y-axis are the same value in this case.